So this is gonna be the first video of I'm planning on many of just talking because I'll get to that in a second. Um if it stops recording randomly, it's because it's like 5:30 a.m. It's actually like closer to 6. Um so that would be someone coming in my room, and I'm not gonna turn on the light. Um I'm gonna be 19 soon, in like a month. I've only been in one serious relationship in my life, and the person that I was with just wasn't, I don't want to be rude, she wasn't very attractive looking. And I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but what I'm getting to is a lot of my friends and a lot of people that I know go out with, date, whatever. You know, maybe 2, 3, 4 people a year. And I've had one person in basically 19 years of my life. And that one person was 2 years ago, 3 years ago at this point. I don't think I'm that ugly. Like I would rate myself honestly like a 3.5 or 4 out of 10. But I've seen 2 out of 10s pull. I've seen 2 out of 10s, and people that would rate like at my level and below me, like they're able to, find people. No one cares about me. That's kind of why I'm making this video, is that I have people to talk to, but it doesn't seem like they really talk. I can text them or send them voice notes or whatever, voice memos, but they won't really respond. They'll just be like, yeah, I understand, that sucks, man. Just stuff like that. So I don't even know if they really listen or not. You know, my entire life, obviously aside from like my mom, everyone, what I'm gonna say that's gonna make sense. Everyone, their mom, it doesn't count. My entire life, everyone has said that I'm ugly. The only people that haven't was the person I was dating at the time said I wasn't. Now, right after we broke up, she backtracked on that, and my mom. But my mom doesn't count because everyone mom says like, oh, look at my like prettier, handsome kid, whatever. So that doesn't count. But no, there have been countless times where people like they just, you know, like when I was, I don't know, 15, 14, 15, 16, around that time, just adding people on Snapchat. People, oh, what do you look like? And I'd send a picture, and they just say you, and then they would add me, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And working into that, like I said before, I'm 19, haven't been in a relationship in almost 2 years. I have a decent amount of girl friends, but either I only see them as just a friend, or at some point something might have happened and they're like, friend zone, which I'm fine with, right? point being is that I don't get any play is what I'm getting at. That my mind goes in 50 different directions, so I'm sorry if this is completely out of order. Going back to the listening thing, my entire I don't want to say childhood because it also kind of includes like preteen. But I feel like I wasn't able to speak without like drastic measures. Because if I were to say anything to my mom, it was just like, she would freak out about it. There wasn't anyone that I would be able to talk and we have a conversation and I'm like, that's it. You know what I mean? It's either all or nothing and there's no middle ground, which is just, I don't like that. So when I finally was able to get someone, and I would like keep my emotions to myself and like keep my thoughts to myself and everything. And then she said like, no, I want you to tell me like what you think and how you feel and blah blah blah. And like 3 months after that, she was like, you're too much and I can't handle you, which is fair. I don't blame her for that. It just like, people say, oh, well, you complain that you don't get girls, but it's because, you need to walk around with confidence. And it's like, well, how can I have confidence if my entire life, people, to be fair, I've gotten slimmer. I've gotten slimmer, but I was like pretty fat. And like I said, I still view myself as ugly. A lot of people say that I'm not, but I'm not good looking in my opinion. And that's not me fishing for any compliments. You can't even fucking see me. I'm just being honest. What was I saying right before that? Oh yeah, like just you have to have confidence and whatever. And it's like, I understand that and I agree. At the same time, I can't have confidence when I've had one relationship in 19 years and that ended poorly, like god awful. Half the people that I interact with don't treat me like human, and I don't know why. I don't say anything rude to them. I try to be the nicest I can, and they just like treat me so like rude. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if I just catch them at a bad time or what, but it seems like it's really everyone. And I'm open to conversating about anything. I mean, even if I don't know even if I don't know much about the topic that you want to talk about, I can learn. You know what I mean? Like I can learn in the conversation. But yeah, it's hard to have confidence when people have consistently put you down. Very rarely people actually like you and want to be friends with you and talk to you genuinely. You can't flip a switch like that, and I don't think people understand that. I need to go to bed. I have work, but I just need to say that.